Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Aries for the month of August 2022. I hope all my Aries friends are doing well. Do let me know in the comments what did you do for the Capricorn full moon on July 13th, because I certainly put out the water in many different water bottles, and I energized it with the full moon. I allowed the moon to bring good energy to all the different water bottles, and that helps with manifesting wonderful things into our reality. So let me know in the comments, what did you do? Did you energize your crystals? Did you energize your water? How did you kind of commemorate the event of this very significant full moon that we just had, the Capricorn full moon on July 13th. It's the most powerful full moon of the year because it comes right after the summer solstice, and generally there is a lot of different movements with the planets and everything, and so this is definitely an amazing time to pay attention to the full moon, to the new moon, because it will help you bring wonderful things into your life and get rid of what you no longer need as well. But let's get back to the reading. As you know, dear Aries, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Aries, for the month of August, which is only 2 weeks away. I swear that this summer has just been flying by. I can't, just don't have enough time to get everything done. But let's start from the beginning. In the past position, Aries, we have the Ten of Wands clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. In the challenging position, we have the Eight of Cups clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. In the present position, we have the card of Rest, the Four of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords, and in the future outcome position, we do have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Swords. Very solid spread. The month of August is going to go for you, dear Aries. Well, you're going to get some rest. You're going to feel more stability when it comes to your finances, and overall things on the home front are going to be looking good for you. There's also some fortune and some luck that will be helping you throughout the month of August. But let's get into this spread. In the past position, we do have the card of burden, the Ten of Wands. In the recent past, dear Aries, you had some responsibilities, quite overwhelming amount of things that you had to get done as you were responsible for it. And clearly the Ten of Wands tells me that you may have overextended yourself and your resources, personal resources, your energy, your time, your life force energy as well, definitely regarding something that you wanted to achieve, because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of achievement. It's a card of hard work as well, that has paid off for you. And it's important to note that you are no stranger to hard work. You have worked hard before. You have accomplished as a result of that, because ultimately hard work does pay off. There's always a reward associated when we apply ourselves, when we stay committed to the task at hand. But it's also important to remember that sometimes, saying no to yourself when you're trying to take care of other people by, doing all this hard work and taking on responsibility rather than delegating, can definitely have a detrimental effect on your journey as you go through this wonderful life. It's important to remember, dear Aries, to not have to take on too much and not have to do everything yourself as well. In it's clear to me that this hard work has been kind of going on for quite a while. This is a long-term commitment that you have been involved in, where you've been consistently doing a lot of work in order to achieve and in order to accomplish, but also in order to help other people as well. And so it's very important that you get some rest. And in the month of August, it does look like you're going to be kind of stepping away from, constantly having to apply yourself and carry a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, if you will. In the challenging position, we have the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting combination. And I will say right off the bat that 8 in tarot stands for action. So while you do need to take rest when it comes to work, specifically when it comes to getting things done and being responsible for many different things, it's also important to, take action and have that active rest be involved in letting go of that negative vibration. Because when you have the Eight of Cups in the challenging position, it tells me that you may have some low vibrational feelings, maybe of guilt or disappointment, because you may have kind of given up on something or walked away from something that you loved, or that you probably shouldn't have walked away from. And many this happens quite a lot. It's not anything that is out of normality, if you will, but it is important to remember that feelings of guilt and feelings of disappointment generally lower your vibration, and therefore don't allow you to accomplish and receive many of the manifestations that you want to receive in your life. Definitely there may be a lack of passion. The cups are all about our emotions, and so there may be some lacking of passion regarding something that used to be really important to you, or someone that used to be really important to you. And so as a result, in the month of August, you may feel a little bit of stagnation, like things are not progressing as you would like them to progress, if you will. We do see the Eight of Pentacles here in the clarifying position, which tells me you may feel a little bit of fear when it comes to change. You may not want things to change. You may prefer things to stay as they are because you already know that, and there's a certain amount of comfort in that. Do remember that people get a lot of comfort in negative emotions and low vibrational emotions. It's much easier to say, well, things don't work out, than have to try, right? Because having to try requires energy and time, and it's not, there's always that possibility that this time around it may not kind of work out, so you have to try again. And so the negative thinking is much easier to kind of adapt. It's much easier to take on because there's a certain amount of comfort in that. Having to try, again and again and again, requires resilience, and resilience requires energy and kind of gumption, if you will, that not is that easy. It's not that easy to come by, if you will. But it is important to remember that stagnation and lack of progress generally comes from seeing a world through a negative lens, seeing the world through a disappointment. And it is important to remember that the devil, if you will, constantly wants you to be distracted. So it's very important to have that resilience, because the resilience kind of gets you through feelings of disappointment and guilt and feeling like there's too much negative energy and there's not as much progress. You have come a very long way. You have achieved many things. You are definitely someone who has stood the test of time. Dear Aries, you're someone who has experience and skill, so don't let the low vibrational feelings feelings kind of, contaminate your energy on the inside. We do see that with the Eight of Pentacles, you may be not really wanting change, or kind of having a fear of change in the month of August. And you may not want to, you may not be open to advice from other people as much as you kind of pride yourself on being, but it is important to let other people in. It is important to kind of accept other people's point of view to a degree, if you will, because you don't want someone else's opinion to be kind of the main drive, right? The main driver of what you do and how you do it. But you do want to be open to advice. You do want to be open to criticism, because it kind of widens the view. It widens the picture that you are seeing, and that is important to be aware of. Now, in the present position, we do see the Four of Swords, which is great because it's a card of kind of taking a break, stepping away from your desk, stepping away from your office, stepping away from something that has been, kind of taking your energy, draining your energy, and finding an ability to ground yourself. You definitely want to reconnect with who you are on the inside, because that is where all the answers to the most important questions that we have are located. The answers are on the inside. You want to maybe minimize your interaction with others. You may want to not socialize that much in the month of August. You definitely want to have that moment where you can connect with yourself and find that stillness, that peaceful stillness. It can help you see the world as it really truly is, without other people's opinions and prejudices, and how the world's supposed to be, and how it affects you, but just see the world as it is. It's just important to see things sometimes as they are, without attaching your own spin on it, if you will. We do see the Queen of Swords here in the clarifying position, so your level of perceptiveness is increasing. Your ability to have a clear mind is increasing, and that's because of the Four of Swords, the card of stepping back, the card of taking a break, the card of turning off the phone and the TV and the radio, and disengaging from this constant flow of information and energy towards you, where you have to make judgments, where you have to make decisions, where you have to constantly be on, if you will. Sometimes that time off is very, very important. It's actually crucial because it helps you see things. When you stop moving, you see things that you wouldn't notice because you're constantly moving. And so the Queen of Swords here definitely is letting you know that the logical side of you has the answers that perhaps the passionate side of you did not see before. And so kind of veering towards logic, veering towards doing things in a rational way, maybe is exactly what you need in the month of August. We do see a nice reward coming to you with the Queen of Pentacles in the future outcome position. The Queen of Pentacles is a good omen, and she does have a rabbit, which is a symbol of luck, here at the kind of like the bottom of her throne, if you will. She's someone who is going to be bringing success to you in the month of August, and most importantly, more stability and more financial security as well. Maybe there is a raise that some of you will be receiving. Maybe there is a promotion that some of you will be receiving. Maybe there is a woman in your life that is going to be providing much needed financial help or some sort of a loan, and as a result of that, there's clearly a breakthrough. There's a victory. You're going to feel really powerful towards the end of August, going into the month of September, but the main message here is to stay committed to the task at hand. Remember, what is yours cannot be taken away from you. The most important thing is also to be grounded, to stay in your own frame, to see the world from, within, where you feel that peace, where you feel that stillness. And the Pentacles in the future outcome position is a really good omen. You will have enough money to pay your bills. You will have stability that many people want to have. You will have that ability to purchase items that perhaps you previously didn't have the ability to do that. It's a good end of the month for you, dear Aries. But let's see what we can clarify with the mystical wisdom card that I pulled earlier. And we do see confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. Definitely remember that energy has limits, and so it's important to choose, the battle where you have the best odds of winning. It is also important to choose the battles that mean the most to you as well. And so standing up for what you believe in, standing up for things that you want to defend, people that you want to defend, relationships that you want to defend is truly important. But, it's important to remember that you don't want to have to fight battles every day, right? Sometimes you have to let things go, which may not be, the most pleasant, but remember, sometimes you have to let things go. And I really like that you have the rainbow here. Definitely it tells me that in the month of August, there's going to be a wonderful surprise that will be just really pleasant for you. It's going to tickle you and I think bring you a lot of joy as well. Now, the other card that I pulled is Angels and Ancestor Oracle card, and we have the Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Very wise message. Knuckle down and be reliable and committed and be open to wisdom and insights from your elders, whether they are here or departed. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. So where you are now, whatever you're doing now, you're supposed to grow within that situation. So be reliable. Stay committed to the task at hand. It may be boring, the routine may be tiring, but stick with that for the time being. That is what the divine is saying is the most optimum path for you at this time. It can be very easy to get bored and overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Now, staying committed and staying in the situation that you're in now and being reliable and growing in that situation, that may be because some of you are working off the karma that had to be worked off, right? We accumulate karma as we move through different lifetimes, and that is important to remember. Maybe you are helping an ancestor work off the karma, but the divine is letting you know that growing within your situation is going to make you more resilient. It's going to give you the skills and the abilities to handle more as it comes, because more is coming, more success, more recognition, more achievement. And for that, a little bit of a kind of knuckling down and grinding through is important. And I really like the raven that is in this card, and I also really like the owl as well, and the feathers that are sticking out in this woman's hair. Definitely there are messages all around you, and there's specifically two messages that will be coming towards you. There's also an element of something unknown. There are conversations that are happening that you may not be aware of, and there's some situations that are happening that you may not see. That's why the divine is saying stick to what you are going through now, because it will actually help you much more than you realize in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aries. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please let me know in the comments what did you think of the Capricorn full moon, because I'm very interested to know. I wasn't able to sleep actually when the full moon was out. It was powerful. I mean, it was just really, really powerful. And so I want to know what you think. What did you you feel? Did you see the moon? Were you able to sleep right through it and not even notice it? Let me know in the comments. I would be very curious to find out. And again, don't forget about my Instagram. Do follow me there. Do check me out there, because I do think that the messages that I put on there are important. So again, yeah, thank you so much for visiting, and I will see you next time.